This is Nigel's story. Nigel has two children, Matthew and CJ.
Matthew was born 21 years ago with a very rare condition called Peter's anomaly, which means he's blind with quite severe learning difficulties. If I'm really honest, when I first found out that Matthew had a disability, it was actually really heart-rending because every parent wants their child to be able to engage as fully as they think as they can in the world. I loved sport. I wanted him to play rugby. And because he was blind, I felt that this was going to be something quite catastrophic.
How have your feelings about Matthew's disability changed over time?
The feeling of having somebody in your life with a disability changes over time because you begin to see in them the possibilities. You begin to see in them the things that they really enjoy doing. You begin to see in them that they are really a miracle, and that you have been given the opportunity to bring to life the potential that they have. And that's the journey that God led us on, and we've been enriched as a result, because now not only do we look at the potential in Matthew, who has quite severe disabilities, but we look around us at other people who have got severe disabilities and we see the potential in them.
Nigel shared with us about what he's learned from parenting Matthew.
Matthew loves nothing better than somebody to sit beside him and rub his head and be next to him. And it's a constant reminder to me that we are always rushing about in 21st century Britain, but actually sometimes to get to know people we need to stop still and be quiet and listen to them and give them space to be who they want to be.
How has living with disability affected your faith?
Having a child with a profound disability, it prompts you to ask the big questions of why, suffering, disability, why has it happened to me? So it's affected my faith in a really profound way. You have to have the faith and the understanding and the knowledge. And I've got the knowledge that he's in control. So that's been really fundamental.
Nigel shared with us about some of the challenges he's faced in parenting Matthew.
There are some very challenging things about bringing up a child with a disability. I think there is the sometimes sense of isolation, and I think maybe that's what makes you have to ask the question why and cling to God a bit more, because you sometimes can't go or don't even get invited to places because Matthew can be quite noisy and disturbing, and rather than you going, you tend to stay at home. So that sense of isolation can be very difficult for people. I think there's also the sense of being accepted and not being the same as, because Matthew's got his eyes are quite deformed. When children come around him and just stare at him, it brings it into kind of sharp focus that he is different. And I would rather people ask the question rather than stare. But that's quite a hard thing as a parent to deal with when people are recognizing him as being different and are staring in that manner.
What is your dream for Matthew?
Oh, my dream for Matthew. My dream for Matthew would be that he fulfills his potential, that God has got a purpose for him, for his life. He said in Jeremiah, I've got great plans for you. And I believe God has got a great plan for Matthew. So my dream for Matthew is that he fulfills God's dream, his purpose for him in this life. I believe he's on the way to do it, as we are all on the way, that he is on the way to doing that, enriching people through his personality, his smile, the way he interacts with people. Rather than being healed, he's sometimes bringing healing. And that for me is great.
For more information, visit www.asna.info.